What do you want to drink?
Oh, sorry.
Dennis? Oh, there was another one.
I got you. You're not making funny faces.
Oh, blink.
Just come forward a bit.
Start with the shows here.
I am here, yeah.
Right up, I'll be a blink then.
I get you on the camera. That's fine, yeah.
Thank you.
Mason, just stand back a bit.
Mason, that's pizza.
Hey, stay there. Look at them in the way. Get out of the way, you lot.
You're in there.
You go. Oh, yeah. Good looking. Get him.
I've seen that photo before on Grand Watch. Just put that
Is that racist? Oh yeah, you see that? We should have seen the photo from Ground.
You get him in. You get him in.
Yeah, I'll do.
Oh, Mark.
Oh, they moved again.
Oh, they're ready. Come on. Come on. Ready.
That's fine, yeah.
But you were supposed to take a photo of the way. Go!
Right.
You got the spaghetti.
Photos. Right, you ready?
Dennis does things like that. He's our
Smile. You're on camera. Where you going? Where you all going?
You alright? Yeah, we need one.
I'll do it. Dave, come on. And one more.
Go ahead.
Just to add.
Yep, we've got loads of my goals. You better have loads of my
Hello, Linda, you alright? You alright?
Yeah, well, you got better than one. Yeah, same thing. Yeah, he got
Get photos.
this big bright lights.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, if you could take your seats again, please. and we'll get on with the final part of the evening. The first part of the evening, my wife Linda Smith would like to have a few words. I'll just hand the mic to her.
Welcome everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Colin's wife. I never speak at these occasions, but feel it very apt if I say a few words tonight. A lot of you will be aware of the story of Hull City Supporters AFC, but please bear with me whilst I relate the story to those who don't. It was Saturday, the 9th of February 1974, and Colin and myself were on a coach with Humberside supporters going to West Bromwich Albion. There was no Hull City Supporters Club at this time, and coach trips were booked through Helen McGee, who worked for Hull City, under the name of Humberside Supporters. Previously, there had been a Hull City Supporters Club, but it had run up a huge debt. Harold Needler settled the debt, but he refused to let the name Hull City Supporters be used from then on, and so the official supporters club was called Humberside. We were on the M1 travelling to an away match to West Bromwich Albion. We had got all the way to Leicester Forest. We were waiting to hear whether the match was on. When we finally got to know, it was that the match had been called off due to bad weather. The mood of the coach was therefore very down, even though Helen McGee had rung Tommy Doherty and amazingly managed to get tickets to watch Manchester United versus Leeds that day. Once back on the coach from nowhere, I just suggested that the lads on the coach should start their own football team. Lots of the lads thought it was a great idea and were very enthusiastic. Within a few days, we held a meeting at Hastings on Spring Bank, as well as myself, Colin, Graham, Roger, Steve Bell and Ricky Monkman, who are here tonight. Sean Fitzpatrick, Pete Buckley were present. Sorry if I forgot anybody. Not one of us had any experience of running a football team, let alone starting one up from scratch. Colin was the oldest, but at 23 he was still very young to start such a venture. Colin became the secretary at the meeting and Roger the treasurer, posts they have both held for 50 years. Pete Buckley took the role of chairman, but this was brief, as within a few months Graham took over the role. He too held this role for 48 years until he died in 2022. He was the heart of Hull City Supporters AFC and he is missed immensely. We are very lucky that Dennis Martin has now took over this important role, such big boots to follow. At the meeting it was decided to hold a sponsored swim at Albert Avenue Baths and a sponsored walk from Brilliant to Hull to raise the much needed funds to run a football team. Besides the need for 2 kits, home and away, balls, nets and first aid, we needed money for pitch rent, Hull Sunday League membership and insurance. Registration fee for the club was 50p for those at work and 25p for those still at school. Subs were 25p and 10p respectively. The original constitution of the club stated it was to give supporters a chance to play football. It was not to win lots of trophies, but for enjoyment. On the 13th of February 1974, only 4 days after our cancelled trip to West Bromwich Albion, Colin wrote to the Sunday League to apply for membership. We were accepted into the Hull Sunday League, Division 15, and the registration fee was a whole £1.25. The pitch was at Alderman Eshowe Park, which is miles away near Greenwich Avenue, Hilton Grange. Luckily, it wasn't long before we managed to acquire a more local pitch at Pickering Park. We have stayed there ever since, although the position of the pitch and its numbers has changed many times. In 1988-1 season, the ground rent was £33.25 for the year. For a brief while the pitch was repaired, we also played at Gower Road. For years, Colin was on the committee of Humberside supporters. He then became secretary of the supporters club as well as secretary of the football team. When Christopher Needler became chairman of Hull City after the death of Harold Needler in 1975, Humberside supporters asked for their name to once again be Hull City supporters, and this was accepted. After the supporters club changed its name, the club also asked for the football team to be changed too. On the 12th of April 1977, Hull City Supporters Club wrote to the football team to agree a name change. As Colin was secretary for Hull City Supporters Club at this time, he used to attend meetings for the National Federation of Supporters Club. He arranged several matches for the team to play away support. In 1979, the football team arranged to play Middlesbrough. They also played Sheffield Wednesday, and they played on the pitch at Oldham too. In the 80s, Colin arranged a seven-a-side tournament at Huddersfield. Teams from 12 clubs attended. The club has always been self-financing, unlike many clubs who are affiliated to pubs or companies. They have been lucky enough to have been sponsored a few times over the years. The first time was when Teaser Lingerie sponsored the strip. This was due to the owner of Teaser Lingerie being our own beloved Graham. You can see one of the shirts on display. Fairburn Electric and Andrew L also sponsored the team for a few years. When the club celebrated their 30th anniversary in 2004, it held its first dinner dance. It was actually held here. For those of you who remember the Old Green Sports Mill, the editor Malcolm Richardson came, also Wally House, who was the General Secretary for Hull Sunday League. We held our 35th year too, but then decided to have a change, so went to Lazat's for our 40th and Royal Station for our 45th. In 2019, we were amazingly fortunate to be sponsored by Sports Peter, and we received a complete Hull City kit presented by Dean Widnes before a City match. I've watched the strip for over 90% of the 50 years. I stopped for a couple of years when our children were very young, and again during COVID. 50 years ago, there was no mobiles, so no WhatsApps or text messages, no computers, so no internet. All communication was via the landline. We didn't even have our own landline. They were shared. Ours was always very busy, as the players had to telephone to see if they were available. They got fined if they failed to turn up. The club has overcome many difficulties during the last 50 years due to the tremendous hard work of Graham, Colin and Roger, and the fact we are holding this anniversary reunion is an acknowledgement of that achievement.
Thank you. Right, let's get on to the awards. The first two awards are to two players that have been associated with the club for the past 10 years. The first one should have received his award last year, but due to difficulties, he didn't attend the Player of the Year Player of the Year award. So we've held it up over till this year, and that first gentleman is Chris Buckering.
Is it this side or that side? Well, I can't see. Wait till I get home.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, the second gentleman who has achieved this award is Joe Lee. we won't let Joe give a speech now. Right, before we get on to the Player of the Year awards, there's one award that this young lady isn't expecting, I don't think. As we all know, Graham died from prostate cancer, and for the last month, Debbie has been doing the 100-mile challenge for prostate cancer. And the Friends of Hull City Supporters have agreed to donate £100 to Debbie for this cause. So if she'd like to come up and receive the cheque, please. I'll now pass you on to Joe, who is going to conduct the 4 Player of the Year awards. Joe.
You done, Dennis? You done? Well, lads, I didn't really want to do this, but looks like I have to. Just want to say, what a season. It's been a great season, hasn't it? The first couple of games were a bit ropey, but pulled it together, didn't we? No fairness. And I think that deserves a big round of applause for the lads over here. So the next trophy out is the Graham Hardy Trophy. This player here, since our second half of the season, I would say, he's moved positions. He's left-footed. And this is a good clue. He even heads the ball now. So, do I have to say his name, or are we saying it? Here we go. Alan Tyson, everyone. Alan, do you want to say a few words as being the club captain, do you? Or you've already as you are? You've already as you are. Alright. Applause for Alan, please.
Can I just say that was so smooth?
So now moving on to player's player. So this is the third runner-up of this. This player joined us, I think he's played 11 games for us now. How do I describe him? A big unit. Alright, so there's a good little hint for you. He's been a character in the midfield. He's been a driving force of the team, in all fairness. It is a team sport, but he has been absolutely brilliant. Hat off to him as well for hopefully joining on for next season. Yeah, he's got hands bigger than Tom. Round of applause for Lee, please. Well done, Lee. I'll spot that. Great. Great 11 games to give to us. So, second place. Now this was hard, this as well, so it was very close. It was a very close nomination as well. This one player is a special player. Everyone's got to admit, this kid is something special. I think he's played for us how many seasons? 2 seasons? Yeah, player of the year. He's left-footed. If he wants to hit a top corner of a free kick, he does it as well. Round of applause, please, for Mason Schaffer. It looks a bit rough though, doesn't it? Quality, Mason. Absolute quality. He deserves that. Great player. Absolutely great player. Even with those socks and his shoes, but I'll let him off for that. Right, next one up. So this is player's player, first place as well. Now, just a few more hints. Again, we've had a great second half of the season. I'm telling you now, like, some of the football we've played has been unbelievable. This player's been he's been epic. Honestly, there's not a better player with a first touch than what I've seen in this kid. All right, he finishes the ball. He moans a lot as well, but who don't moan? Who don't moan that football? Hat off to him. I think he finished second in our team for goal scoring as well. So he's scored plenty of goals. He's created tons of opportunity as well. And that is the one and only Matt Meakin. Round of applause for Matt Egan, please. Absolutely quality player, this lad. Great player. So what's it going to be? Ultra fast. Yeah, go get them. So this is the third one, these next awards. It's from the club. As you know, the club's been running for 50 years now. It's been hard, been very difficult. Myself and other players have been helping Colin and Dennis and Roger maintain the team morale as well. Alan's got a big part to play in that. But we'd like to announce a celebration of Roger, who's spent 50 years with the club on the 50th anniversary. So can we have a round of applause for Roger, please? So this next nomination, he's been with the club, he doesn't actually know how long he's been with the club, and I certainly don't know, he's a lot older than me, as you can tell. And he's been so influential with the club since it started, basically. 50 years, a lot of us know this gentleman very well. So can we just have a quick hands together for Colin? So this next award, I played with this gentleman for a few seasons. In fact, he's played all sorts of positions: left back, goalkeeper, centre back. He even plays centre forward. I don't think he scored as many goals as Tom, like, but he was apparently top goal scorer, so maybe he did beat Tom. Dennis has been great for the club morale. He comes down every Sunday, records the games for us all, uploads it onto our group chat on WhatsApp, and also puts it on YouTube as well, don't he? He does do a lot for the team. I know he looks funny, but he's a great chap as well. Yeah, round of applause please for Dennis.
We'll get it sorted out before long.
No, Debbie, you need to stay there, I'm afraid. So as you know, unfortunately Graham passed away. He was a great chap, as everyone knows. He was the heartbeat of the team, and obviously Debbie played a huge part of that, so can we have a round of applause for Debbie please.
In the middle, come on.
So this next one is for a fantastic lady. She stood by her partner for obviously such a long period of time. She helps out with the club so much as well, as it was previously spoken. But can we have a huge applause please for Colin's better half, Linda. So I'm going to pass the mic over to Debbie. So can I have everyone's attention as well? Debbie also wants to say a few words. I'll bring the mic to her as well. You can sit down, Debbie, that's absolutely fine, no pressure.
Okay. I'll probably regret it, but I'll regret it more if I get home and the kids say, did you say what you wanted to say about Dad, so. I'm hoping to be really quick. As you've already heard, there's a notable absence in today's lineup. Of course, it's not only Graham that we missed tonight. I do think it might be appropriate if I take a couple of minutes to share with you what I think Graham would want to say if he was here. Without doubt, we would thank Colin for all that he's given to the club over the last 50 years. And of course, behind every good Colin is Linda, whom she has done just as much as Colin, being this evening together along with dedicated history over the years of shirt washing and other duties. Graham would have words of praise for Roger, Maria and Dennis for their contributions to both the club and tonight's celebration, and he would be giving thanks for the support in recent years of friends of Hull City supporters. I feel like I'm going really slow, and I think it's because I just need a bit more gin, so just bear with me. If you've been here before, you would have heard him explain it's not all about the silverware, and he'd shared the odd quip about the player who rocks up each week, 5 to 11, no boots, clearly carrying the weight of the night before and still expecting to play. But of course, Graham understood the challenge of this on a Sunday morning, because he had been that player himself some years earlier. He went to great lengths to keep the club afloat, to keep a continuous supply of kit, and to know there was always something to look forward to for the next season, even when it wasn't clear if there was actually a full team or not. But what Graham wouldn't necessarily openly share was how much he got out of his involvement with the club. This is really why I wanted to say something tonight. You wouldn't expect Graham to go around with stories of individual players and what they might be going through. He was outspoken and wrote, and as our daughter said at his funeral, her dad walked a fine line between funny and downright offensive. But what you might not have known was he listened to, and would know which players were facing the worry of redundancy at work, who was struggling after a relationship breakup, who was celebrating a new life, and who was preparing to say goodbye. I'm nearly done. He cared, and that didn't always come across when he was shouting on a Sunday morning. He gave a great deal of his life to the club he loved, and he tried to play fair by all who wore the club colours. Try and be really quick with this bit, and if I cry, I do need a gin, not a hug. Late 2021 saw Graham's health decline and he had to step aside, but his interest in the club didn't diminish. At the start of 2022 he deteriorated further, but was keen to go and add his support to him a match. As is often the case in January, matches were being cancelled due to the weather, but eventually on a cold sunny day I was able to take him to watch the lads playing locally. I don't know if Graham knew this was his last match. I didn't know if Graham knew this was the last match he'd go to when he asked to read the team names out. I suspect he did. Physically weak from this hideous disease that takes so many from us, his voice was still as loud as ever as he read the names out for the last time and shouted support on the sideline. His enjoyment of the match was apparent, and I believe even the ref escaped to insult that match, although it was Colin, by the way. I'm sure there are many things that Graham shouted out at a match that possibly aren't suitable to read out here. So before I ask you to raise your glass one last time to my lovely husband, I'll finish with a clean one from the last match and just say, heads up lads.
With that, Debbie. Well, I just want to finish up. Thanks, Debbie, again for obviously that with Graham. But lastly, again, just thanks all the players who've been with us this season. And let's get a photo together, lads. Come on then. Come on, lads. Round of applause, come on, this has been a great season for us. Finished fourth in the league, we've got up at one point.
It's Tommy lad. Come in the middle. Can I go down? I'll make it even. My legs are
I ain't going anywhere.
After 3, 1, 2, 3. Now should be. Right, well done, lads. Well done, lads.
Go for the Tigers! Right lads, can we have all the original 1974 players that were here up on the floor please? Come on Ricky, Cedric, Gunnar, Alan. I know you want one of the 74 ones, but you're 75, 76, so come on. I will ask you to kneel down.
Yeah, I'll have behind you, alright. Yeah, get the
a 3 months leisure pass at the Mercure here for one person. We get this right there. A digital air fryer. 12 balls of bud for Mason if he wins it. Some bottles of wine, some gift vouchers, and some chocolates and some scratch cards. So, first person. It's on the yellow, 550. And that's young Mr. Wells. Number 621 on the yellow. Whitish colour 979. The next one is 489 on the yellow. And the next one. Six on the yellow. Number 137 on the yellow. The next one is 366. Cheers, Tom. And the next one is 397. Yellow, sorry, yellow, yeah. 474 on the yellow. And the next one is yellow 15, 1-5. The next number is on the white, 646. Six on the white. Yellow, sorry, on the white, 955. We're going back to the yellow, 726. The next number is white 840. Yellow 711. The next number is 741. Yellow. The next one is 387. Yellow, sorry, yellow. No takers on 387. Is the young lady who never wins anything? Number 381 on the yellow. And it's white 794. On the yellow, 458. And the last one on the yellow, 235.
What colour?
I'll fucking eat these all day. Thanks.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Now we'll hand over to the DJ who